Did you know that honeybees have a fascinating way of communicating? They perform a waggle dance to share the location of food sources with their hive mates. It's like their own little GPS. And when it comes to speed, these tiny creatures can zip through the air at 15 miles per hour. That's impressive for something so small. Their vision is equally remarkable. Honeybees can see ultraviolet light, allowing them to find nectar-rich flowers that we can't even see. And let's talk about their honeycombs. Those perfect hexagonal shapes are not just beautiful, they're the most efficient design for storing honey, using less wax and maximizing space. Lastly, the lifespan of these bees is quite short. Worker bees live only about 5 to 6 weeks in the summer, while the queen can live up to 5 years. It's a busy life in the hive, filled with hard work and incredible teamwork. Did you know that a single bee will produce only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime? That's just a tiny drop in the bucket. Yet, despite having a brain the size of a sesame seed, these incredible creatures can recognize human faces and tackle complex problems. Talk about brain power. And then there's the queen bee, who is nothing short of a superstar. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs every single day, ensuring the hive thrives. Honeybees are also super efficient pollinators, responsible for pollinating 1/3 of the world's food crops. Imagine that. They even have a unique way of smelling flowers using their antennae, helping them find the blooms with the most nectar. It's fascinating how much impact these small creatures have on our ecosystem and food supply. Did you know that bees are cooler than you think? They regulate the temperature of their hive by fanning their wings to cool it down or clustering together to keep warm. Talk about teamwork. And these little powerhouses can carry up to 80% of their body weight in nectar or pollen. That's like a human lugging around a backpack full of bricks. Honey is fascinating too. Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Imagine that. Plus, a single bee can travel over 5 miles from its hive just to gather nectar. That's some serious dedication. And let's not forget honey's healing properties. With its natural antimicrobial qualities, it has been used for centuries as an antiseptic. So, the next time you think about bees, remember they're not just buzzing around, they're hard at work, keeping our world sweet and healthy. Did you know that a bee's wings flap an astonishing 200 times per second? This incredible speed allows them to hover and zip in any direction. And their importance to our diet is immense. Without bees, we'd lose a significant portion of our fruits and vegetables that depend on pollination. But it gets even more fascinating. Bees can actually taste nectar with their feet, using special sensors to detect sweetness as they walk on flowers. When it comes to finding a new home, they have a unique voting system. Bees that scout out potential sites communicate their findings, and the entire colony collaborates to choose the best location. And here's a fun fact: honeybees can count. They can recognize quantities up to 4. These remarkable abilities highlight just how vital bees are to our ecosystems and our lives. As a drone bee, my life revolves around one singular purpose: mating with the queen. It's a brief but intense mission, and once I fulfill it, I meet my end. But let's talk about my sisters, the worker bees. They have 2 stomachs, one for storing nectar to bring back to the hive and another for digestion. Talk about multitasking. Did you know bees can learn? They can associate colors with sweet rewards, making them clever little foragers. And while they may not have ears like us, they can hear through vibrations in their legs, sensing changes in their environment. When a bee visits a flower, it's not just about collecting nectar. In the process, we transfer pollen from one bloom to another, playing a crucial role in the pollination process. It's a beautiful cycle of life, all thanks to our hard work. In the depths of winter, while many creatures hibernate, honeybees take a different approach. They cluster together in their hive, forming a warm, buzzing ball of life to survive the cold. It's a fascinating sight. These social insects thrive in colonies, each with a specific role: worker bees, drones, and the queen, all working together in perfect harmony. Did you know honeybees can see almost in 360 degrees? Their compound eyes give them a panoramic view of their surroundings, helping them spot predators from any angle. Speaking of predators, hornets.